Oh, slow living can be life-giving, although we might disagree. If most our lives are lived in black and white, it makes the gray so hard.
Hello friends, we're back at the Roundhouse, course 11. Oh my goodness, we are starting to lay the bags and lock in all those new window forms that we put in last time. All these cleats with the nails sticking up, so we're just going to be laying in between everything, and we'll come back to the straight walls. We're kind of going out of order, but we'll make it work, don't worry. Rapidly approaching that height, aren't we?
It's about time to get the scaffolding out.
And have one extra person.
Just a little higher.
We got love that we'll never need to hide. Love will always rise above. Whatever comes, we will be just fine. If I am yours and you are mine, take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free. Just be with me. Just be with me. Just be with me. Now we're one with the sun over our heads, and at night we'll be the stars. We can go any place that we want to. I don't care if that's too far. Take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy.
We are back out at the Hyperadobe Roundhouse, and we are on day 2 of course number 11. We're going kind of slow, honestly. Adelaide's out for the weekend, so we're just doing what we can. Little bags here and there. We are avoiding the places where our exterior water outlets need to go because we haven't quite made all those boxes yet, but there's still plenty to do. We'll get to the water shortly. Chances are we're going to be very slow since we're down one person and one person is in with the dogs. So, just do what you can a little bit every day. You'll get there eventually. I keep telling myself that because I really hope that we get here eventually to a finished house one day.
Take me where your river flows. I want to drive on your open road like the wilderness where we are born singing, whoa. There's an ocean in your eyes, a million stars that paint the sky. So we'll drift down with the tide singing, whoa. You and me, let's fly away somewhere past the Milky Way. Maybe we'll return someday. Don't wake me up, don't wake me up. Waiting for the sun to rise, rainy days and careless nights. Say you will, don't say goodbye, say it's alright. Throw your caution to the wind, the shelter of my single bed. You can call it Wonderland. We could stay the night. You and me, let's fly away somewhere past the Milky Way. Maybe we'll return someday. Don't wake me up, don't wake me up. Riding on an endless way.
How much easier is it not doing one huge bag?
It's nice. It's a lot of starting and stopping and making sure that the bags are right, but it is less bag, and so that's...
I kind of feel like we're going faster, right? Like usually it takes us like a full day, to do this.
I think if we had everybody here, we'd be going like way more fast, but yeah, I think it will be faster.
I feel like that's not very safe. Huh?
Practicing.
For what?
One day I might have grandkids. And I'll build, and I could hold a baby. And still... That's bad.
Yeah, it means like, I'm out.
What time is it?
Almost 4. Not bad for 2 days.
I know, especially on the longest run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we have added more windows?
No. I'm a little worried. About the structural integrity of this wall.
It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Good morning, guys. It is that time of the year where the mornings are colder, the days are so much shorter, and the mood can be a little grumpy. At least that's the way it is for me. But by being in therapy, I've been able to address when all that negativity starts coming into my body and what to do with it. Thank you to BetterHelp for continuing to sponsor our channel. This year, I'm determined to make the cold season a little less grumpy. Here's hoping. I've been on my therapy journey for 4 months now, and the only thing I wish I could change is that I had done it sooner. Not only does BetterHelp make it super easy to find a professional therapist, but they also make it really easy talking to them. Because this is an online service, you really have the therapy session anywhere at any time. To get started, you just go to their website, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be matched with a professional therapist, usually within 48 hours. From there, you can choose to do a video chat, a phone call, message through the chat portal, and if for some reason you would like to change therapists, you can do that anytime with no additional fees. I really think that if you're struggling this season, like I had been for many years, I wish that you would just give it a try. Just give it a month and see if it helps. Visit betterhelp.com/tinyshinyhome to get started today. It's time to really invest in yourself this year and make it a really, really good year. I'm thinking 2025 is going to be our best year yet, and I cannot wait to see what's in store.
All right, we are back today. We're taking a little bit of a detour. Surprise,
Yes.
surprise. as we have gotten these walls up higher, which is very exciting, also we have started to have some issues with our door forms.
Very small issue. It's just the slightest bit bowing, because when you tamp those bags against the side of the form, it's just pushing a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're only about a 1/4 inch bow right now, so we're going to prevent it from going any further.
Right, so we just spent a few minutes sort of fabricating this idea. So we've kind of started in the vertical center of this door form. We just added in a little shelf, a 2x4 shelf, and then we cut a piece of 2x4 that's like a little bit longer, so we really had to like hammer it down in so it would push just a little bit out, and then just one screw down in here, because we may need to move this up as we go potentially. We'll just have to keep an eye on what the bags are doing to the wall.
Yeah.
Or I guess the form technically. So we need to do something like this not only for all the door forms, but also for all the window forms.
22 window forms.
Yeah, because we don't want to go back like however long from now when we're putting in windows and doors and not have enough room because the cleats are in the wrong spot. Like, we might have to shim some things and that's fine, but we want to make sure it doesn't come in too much so that we have issues with the sizes of windows and doors.
Hey, long story short, we're putting braces in the window forms and door forms.
Slight change of design. Instead of screwing these pieces in from this side, we're screwing them in here so that as we build up, if we need to move these braces, we can just slide them up really easy. Otherwise, if we were screwing them in this way, the bag would cover up that screw and we couldn't be able to move it. So we're saving wood. Yay.
It's looking like we may not have enough wood to do every single window and door frame. So since we're higher up on the door forms, let's go ahead and do all the doors first. And then if we need to go get more wood, we can do that and then come back and do the windows, because we're only a little bit up on the windows. Doors are more important. Can you go cut all these measurements for me?
Sure.
Thank you. Have we ever said how nice it is to have kids that can do stuff with power tools? It's awesome. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Do you think people ever get tired of watching us screw in pieces of wood?
I would.
Couldn't tell you. I don't watch our videos. I'm just kidding.
We watch it so many times.
I know. I can say that we've had a lot of people come over. They can't do it. It's hard. It's hard to get it started. You got to kind of like hold it so you get the bite, and then it'll go. But otherwise, you just end up, doing that.
I don't know if it's that hard. I mean, it's just a drill and screws. Do you think we're going to get to laying any bag today?
I don't know. I mean, I want to, but are we doing windows or not?
Nope, just door forms right now.
Well, then maybe.
Okay.
Small possibility.
All right. of all the 13-inch pieces for all the window forms and doors. We
Nice.
just don't have enough to put the horizontal piece in every window.
Okay.
We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Well, we did run out of time, and we don't have time to lay bags today.
Yeah, the day got away from us, but what didn't get away from us is frequently asked questions.
With Jonathan and Ashley.
Hi, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ashley, and today we're going to answer all your frequently asked questions
About our Hyperadobe Roundhouse.
in hopes that we don't get any more questions like this. Question number 1. When the heck is your house going to be done?
Guys, listen, we are going to get it done when we get it done. We are not contractors. We are building a house that hasn't ever really been built before, and we don't know. We just don't know.
No.
Like, there's too many variables. We're doing this as we have the time and as we have the money, and we're recording it for you to watch, and so
Yeah.
that slows things down too. But yeah, I mean, we don't know. And when we know, we'll tell you. So don't ask us anymore.
At least a few more years. Question number 2. Why is your house a circle?
Well, if you go watch this video, we go in depth about the benefits of circular houses and the structures and how they're a whole lot stronger. We added straight walls in between so that we could kind of get the best of both worlds, because circles are hard to design for, like, inside.
As far as like furniture.
Yeah. And
Having a
livable spaces.
flat
Yeah.
wall to put things against is nice,
Yeah.
but when you build with Earthbags, having a curved structure is always going to be stronger.
Yeah, and you'll notice that we don't have a ton of buttresses on this building because it is mostly circular, and because those straight walls also act as like internal buttresses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we thought about it. I promise.
We planned.
Okay, question number 3. How many courses? I think I get this question about 10 times a day.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. The inner courtyard wall will be 13 feet, between 12 and 13 feet. The outer wall, the furthest wall out, which is the living room wall,
Yep.
will be 9 feet.
Yep.
Each course is estimated around 5 inches. So do the math.
We,
lot.
we did the math, and roughly we're talking about 30 courses. Now, obviously the 9-foot side will be a lot fewer than that, and the 13-foot side will be a lot more than that, but we're averaging out about 30 courses for the whole building. That's the goal. So we just finished course 10, so we're about a third of the way done.
And how much material is on each course?
About 20 tons per course.
That we're moving with shovels and scoops multiple times.
Right. I mean, you have to mix it, and then you have to put it in the wheelbarrow and transport it, and then you got to scoop it, put it in the bucket,
Then you gotta tamp
and
it.
you got to tamp it.
So
It's really
yeah.
like 100 tons per course of moving stuff.
Question number 4.
You forget the question?
No, I thought you were like, it looked a little bit like you
Like I was
were
gonna...
angry
No.
fingers.
Question number 4. Do we even remember what the question is?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your floor going to be made out of?
Concrete floor.
And why isn't it in?
Well, it's complicated. So since the beginning, and you can go watch like the very first couple of videos here, we've always talked about a concrete floor. That's kind of always been the plan. We're going to insulate under it, and that's why where you see like, you know, this black line here where we have the vapor barrier wrapped up over, like
That's
we
floor
have
level.
2 inches of floor of
2 inches of insulation.
insulation, that's the word, and then a 4-inch pad, 4
4
to
or
5
5.
inch pad. And that will bring us up to that level. And so we thought about all that during the whole foundation thing. It's going to be concrete. Now, yes, good question. Why didn't we pour it earlier?
Couple reasons.
It's
One.
Yeah.
The option was we pour it a few courses ago in sections.
Yep.
And do it as we have the money. Problem with that is if we want to do in-floor heating, we need to pour this whole pad at the same time.
Right. And it's not just in-floor heating. Like, we're also considering maybe running some of these electrical boxes that we
conduit.
put into the Earthbag, kind of like we did in our outhouse rebuild where we put all that conduit and came up into the box. We might do it that way, or we might just run it in the bag and staple it in and plaster over it. Could go either way. We still haven't decided, and there's just too many things that might need to go under this concrete pad that we just haven't decided yet. And so we just kept building walls.
Yeah, we're just thinking about that as we go.
Yeah.
We have more time to think about it if we're just building walls.
Right. And you know what? We have a lot of window forms and they'll be able to pump it in wherever
Yeah.
they need to pump it in.
It'll probably cost a slightly bit more because it's inconvenient for them to finish the floor with the walls up, but, you know, we can only do what we can do, right?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, a concrete floor of this shape and size is going to be a lot of money, and so by continuing to focus on the walls, which is a lot cheaper for us, we can save that money and hopefully have it by the time we're ready to do it.
Hopefully. I know how much it's going to cost, and we'll see.
I don't want to think about it.
Question number 5. How are you going to do your roof?
Great question.
Well, let me explain something. The inner courtyard wall is the highest point on this house.
Right, like we
sitting
said,
at 12 to 13 feet.
13 feet.
Outer wall, 9 feet.
Yep.
So it's going to be a single pitch roof from the courtyard to the outside wall.
But it's like in a circle. It's like pitched, but it's circular, which is weird, and it's going to be real fun to lay that metal roof on top. And there's a few different ways we could actually build this roof, which we're still researching, and we can make that decision later. But essentially, you're looking at large beams that run from the inner courtyard circle to the outside walls. And obviously, some walls are further out than others, and so the reason it's got to go up 13 feet in the middle is that to get like a 1 to 1.5 12 pitch, that's how high up you got to go when you go this far out to the far outside wall, and you still want that to be about 9 feet tall inside. We don't want it to be like squatty and short inside.
It's not going to be squatty and short.
So that's sort of the rough plan for the roof. It will be metal. We'll catch water off of it. Lots of things we're thinking about for that. But that's the rough idea. Question number 6. What do you guys do when your walls get up to the point where you can't reach anymore, which we're about to
put the material in the bucket? Scaffolding and benches
and extra people. It's going to slow down when you get up high. It's just there's no way around it. It just means we kind of have one extra person in the process because they need to be up on the scaffolding, so someone will take out of the wheelbarrow, hand it to them, and they'll hand it to the person that's up on the wall, or just dump it straight into the bucket. It just definitely gets harder.
Complicated.
Yeah, it gets a lot harder, and you're constantly moving your scaffolding, and then tamping. Yeah, it's just a lot of up and down and back and forth.
We definitely need scaffolding on one side once we get really high, just because when you're up there on top of the bag and you look around, sometimes you get a little disoriented, and
you gotta stay focused, for sure. Question number 7. You guys got so much done during your workshop a few weeks ago. Why don't you just do workshops all the time?
I don't know if people realize how much is behind the scenes of workshops, but it's a lot.
It is so much work and prep and planning, and then that whole week or 5 days or however long is just non-stop craziness. I mean, we needed almost a week to recover right after. We would love to do more workshops, and hopefully next year we do add a little bit more, but you know, we can't do it all the time. It's just too much. That being said, there is a new workshop coming soon in the spring, and we can't wait to talk more about it, and we're not quite ready. I wish we could just tell you how amazing and awesome it's going to be and who all's going to be there. We'll tell you soon. Just keep an eye out. tinyshinyhome.com/meetup is the email list you want to jump on to learn about any events that we do here first. Question number 8. Is this you singing in all of our background music? No, it is not. I have not made music in a long time. I do not have the time, unfortunately. One day. One day we'll have time to make music again. Yeah. But no, we have a subscription to where we can find music that fits perfectly for these videos. Yep, and we both pick it out, and sometimes the kids pick it out, and so everybody's like, who picked out the music? It just, sometimes it's both of us, sometimes it's one of us, it just depends. Usually when we get a lot of comments about the music being so good, it's when I made the video. Of course, sure. Number 9. How much does that bucket weigh full of material? I don't even know. I would say it's at least 50, 60 pounds? It's enough to take you off the wall if you're not paying attention. It depends on, you got to learn how to manage it when you're up there, right? You're only really lifting that when you're moving it. The rest of the time you're just kind of leaning it against your body. But yeah, it's definitely, it's heavy. Yeah. It's a lot of material. You'd be surprised how even just a little bag that you fill up by hand to get it up onto the wall where you're going, it's heavy. We should weigh it. We should get a scale. Roughly like 1.5 buckets and see how much it weighs. So we can add it up. Yeah. Maybe you want to do that sometime? Sometime. Okay, now I know. Okay, what's our last question? Last question, number 10. Where do you get these red bags? Hyperadobe Earthbags.
Yeah.
Yes. So our friends at Volm Companies are the ones that make them, but also we have a bunch here right now, like in stock. So if you're in Arizona or New Mexico
by.
or California, close enough to drive where it makes sense, you can buy them a little bit cheaper from us because we had them shipped on a big truck, so you don't have to pay as much for shipping. So there's a link right here. You can go check it out. Like I said, we have them here. You can order it and text us and come pick it up the next day, as long as we're available.
Sounds great.
It depends on if we're building or not.
That sounds great, babe.
Yeah.
Question number 11.
Uh-oh. Going off script.
What are we doing for the rest of the evening?
We're editing video.
I was hoping you'd say take me on a date.
Oh, where do you want to go?
Sushi?
Oh my gosh.
When was the last time?
Sushi so
You had sushi so much the other day and
No,
I
no,
didn't
no, no.
get any
You've been to
sushi.
sushi so much without
I
me
have
with
not, but
Adelaide.
I went 2 times and they didn't even do the all-you-can-eat sushi. It was only a little bit of sushi and then it wasn't good enough. And then I felt like I needed more and I didn't get more.
Listen, we're almost to the end of our crazy videos before the end of the year, so we're going to have time to go on a date soon. I promise. We're going to do it. Well, okay, let's
Let's make a plan
We're
right
gonna,
now.
guys.
Live.
Oh, live?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so tomorrow we can't do it. Wednesday.
we can't do it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Thursday, we can't do it. So for the next 4 weeks, we can't do it. Huh. February? Valentine's Day sushi?
Well, I mean, our anniversary is in March.
If you make me wait till March for sushi, I'm gonna be
No,
so mad.
we're gonna figure it out. Hopefully this week.
Okay, guys. We're gonna go on a date at some point next year.
Sushi date. All right, we're out. We got a lot to do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's a